Now, NWA had some of the most controversial lyrics ever. And it was something that, as a rapper, I defended you guys many a day in an interview just because I felt like if they censored you, they could censor me, they could censor everybody else.
True.
But the lyrics, people who claim they glamorize violence, misogyny, be this, be that, you know, homophobia, whatever. I mean, how do you go from, because you did grow up in like a middle class kind of family, two parents, brothers, you know, how did you go from that to writing all of that kind of stuff? And was that just kind of an image sort of thing, or just something to rhyme about, or was it, did you really feel like that? And do you feel like that now?
I mean, growing up 17, 18 years old, you know, you don't have a lot of understanding that you do when you get, you know, I'm 30 now, so I've been doing this for a while. So when you're young, you coming straight from the heart.
Right.
You know, everything was from the heart. It was the situation that we was in. You know, the neighborhood, you know, when you look at it from the outside, it seemed cool, but in the 80s when cocaine came in the neighborhood, it was real bad. So to speak on it was my way of releasing, my way of not, you know, building up the anger inside and going to do something crazy. You know, I just used it in a creative way and did raps about it. And you know, a lot of people loved it because I was speaking of the pain that they was going through and the pain that, you know, most of us are all going through.
Well, for us over here on the East Coast, we didn't, I personally didn't know anything about gangs, and that if NWA wouldn't have made the kind of records they made, I really would have known that LA was in that situation, that the West Coast was like really at war in its own neighborhoods. Like, you guys kind of gave us an education and gave the whole, I think, world probably an education in a certain way. And for as much maybe violent stuff or whatever, keeping it real on that stuff, you were political at the same time. You kind of would get into like social issues. You would like build on things in your records. What made you want to kind of take that stance on it?
Well, see, I think that's the beauty of rap, is because before rap music, you know, we didn't know nothing about nowhere outside of LA. You know, now we know what's going on out here in New York. Yeah, you know, we know what's going on in the South. We know what's going on everywhere because of rap music, and it's a good way to get ideas out, to let people know your situation, and we use that. You know, I learned from Public Enemy how they used it as a political platform,
like me too.
and so you know, I took a little page off of that and said, yo, you know, I could really say some things that I feel deep inside on these records, and it's cool.
Understood. Excellent. So, what do your parents say to you? I'm always like, what do your parents think about all of that?
Well, you know,
did you go through some grief in the house? Did you get stressed out? Did they stress you out over any of your lyrics or anything like that? They just kind of let you...
As long as I wasn't gangbanging, they was cool. You know, as long as I wasn't out there, you know, robbing people and you know, doing all that, you know, they felt it was a constructive way of using my time. So, you know, if I want to rap about that, go ahead.
All right.
You know, and
now, you also a parent.
Yeah.
And a husband.
Yeah.
That's real life right there.
Yeah, that's the real deal.
And you've been a daddy for a while. Tell me a little bit about your family.
You know, I had the coolest family in the world, to me, because, you know, my kids are real nice kids, you know, and you know, people would think, you know, Ice Cube would have some bad kids because of the music I speak about, but, you know, they're well-rounded, and I try to teach them not only the negative, but not only the positive, but the negative about the world. That way they'll have a better head start, you know. You know, I learned about a lot of things just growing up and seeing how they happen, and by being able to teach them and show them, yo, if you do this, you know, it can be bad for you. You know, if you do this, this is the cool route, and be able to show them both sides. You know, I think they're well-rounded kids.
I think that's important.
Yeah.
Next, we're going to talk to Ice Cube about next Friday, which I saw, and it's hilarious. And later, we're going to meet two young boys whose lives he touched. Stay with us.
What's up, man?
Oh, you are silly.
I'm silly.
See, I got to see the movie. I got the privileges. Y'all have to go see it. You know, I saw it. You were very funny in that movie.
I appreciate it.
How was how'd you hook up with Ice Cube? How'd you guys meet?
We was at a strip club. I was performing at the Comedy Store in L.A. on Sunset, and Cube happened to be in the house and seen me do my thing and put me on.
All right. Now, this is it's your first major acting role as well.
Yeah.
How was it hard for you? Did they give you pointers or did they tips?
Man, he a pro, man.
Yeah, man.
Because you look real comfortable. You didn't look nervous. You look like Day-Day.
Yeah, well,
Cousin Day-Day.
Cousin Day-Day.
I mean, you stepping into a role, you kind of take over the Chris Tucker character. Y'all also a Friday, right? Yeah. So, I mean, Chris Tucker did it like an amazing job in that movie. It was so funny in that movie. And he kind of got his launch from that movie, in my opinion. That was the one that got him noticed. Yeah. So now you have stepped into kind of that new character that he would have been in this movie. What do you feel like you got to
I'm glad he didn't
live up
do
to that
it.
expectation, that level?
No, I'm glad he didn't do it.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have no job.
Right. Right.
I would hope so.
But I just approached it like it was a role, you know, and I just did what I had to do. It was never in my mind. Plus, Ice Cube told me, man, don't even worry about that, man, because they going to hit you with that. And plus, little kids be blowing my ego. I be in the mall. They be saying, is Smokey going to be in the movie? I be like, no, get your little brother away. But it's cool. I love Chris Tucker, man.
Smokey in rehab, man.
Yeah, Smokey in rehab, man.
Smokey's still smoking. You had a question?
I want to know how you did you come up with the name Ice Cube?
Ice Cube, that was the name my brother gave me when I was little. I used to always try to talk to his women. He's like 9 years older than me, so I always used to try to talk to his women when they called the house, and he said I was being too cool. And he started calling me Ice Cube, Ice Cube, Ice Cube. And it stuck with me. He don't even call me that no more, but it stuck with me, and I just kept it.
That's shocking, because most people don't want to be called by their nicknames that they had when they was little. They want to grow up into their new one, name themselves, like me.
I like it.
All of that type of stuff.
I like it.
This is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is hot.
Yeah.
This Aaliyah joint on here is sick with it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if y'all up on the soundtrack yet, but go get the soundtrack. The Aaliyah joint is hot to death.
Yeah, no doubt. Aaliyah got Biggie, Wyclef,
You got
Wu-Tang, Bizzy Bone.
You got Wu on here. You got Wyclef John. You got everybody on here. Y'all spend a little money on this soundtrack, I see.
Spent a little bit.
It's some good deals.
A little bit.
So the movie is about to come out, guys. Go see. You got a question? He said, excuse me, I guess I ain't going to break. I'm going to have to take it on up. This better be a good one, too.
No, I got a question for Mike, you know. I mean, I know it's an honor working with Ice Cube, but do you plan to go into movies or stay in the comedy?
I'm going to do whatever I can do, man. I like the comedy, but the movie put that turkey and cheese in the crib.
It's so funny.
This question is directed to Cube. I wanted to ask you, what female actors would you like to work with?
Man, it don't matter. You know, I don't trip off that. You know, as long as the movie good. You know, I would love to work with Latifah. Latifah. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna write you something, Latifah. We're gonna get down in the movie.
You don't have to, you know what I mean? Because you know, unfortunately, I didn't get to get up in here because of them scheduling conflicts.
Yeah.
But my girl got the role, which I said anyway. Rage, Lady of Rage, y'all know that rapper, Lady of Rage, actor. Another rapper turned actors in this movie, playing Baby D, and it's so funny. Cause you funny, boy.
Man.
You gotta go see this movie, and I can't tell you all the parts, cause then you're not gonna want to go see it. So, first of all, I just want to thank you guys for coming on the show. Thank you, Mike Cube. Thank you so much, baby. Good luck with everything. You're welcome back here anytime. Anytime y'all got something new coming out, drop that new album, come break it on our show. We would love to have you back.